Top 10 Most Dangerous Cities in South America. South America has long dazzled us with its beautiful climate, delicious food, rich history, and musical rhythm. Travelers are often desperate to visit many of the major cities in South America. However, not all South American cities are safe. Now let's analyze top 10 most dangerous cities in South America. Number 10. Porto Alegre, the capital city of the Brazilian state of Rio Grande do Sul, has faced challenges with crime rates, particularly related to theft, robbery, and violence. In the past, Porto Alegre has experienced higher crime rates, particularly concerning theft, robbery, and violence. However, the city has also made efforts to address these issues through initiatives aimed at improving public safety, increasing police presence, and promoting community engagement. However, it's essential to note that perceptions of danger can vary depending on various factors such as socioeconomic status, location within the city, and individual experiences. Number 9 is Lima. Is the capital and largest city of Peru, located on the country's central coast overlooking the Pacific Ocean. It is a vibrant metropolis with a rich history, diverse culture, and thriving culinary scene. Lima is known for its colonial architecture, archaeological sites, and museums showcasing Peru's ancient civilizations. While Lima is generally a safe city for visitors, like any large urban area, it does have areas with higher crime rates. Crime, including petty theft, carjacking, muggings, assaults, and other violent crime, is common in Lima and can occur during daylight hours despite the presence of many witnesses. Kidnapping is rare, but does occur. The risk of crime increases at night. Common crimes include theft, pickpocketing, and scams targeting tourists, particularly in crowded or touristy areas. However, by taking basic precautions such as avoiding displaying valuable items openly, staying aware of your surroundings, and using reputable transportation options, visitors can minimize their risk of encountering issues. Number 8. Cali, Colombia. Cali is a city located in southwestern Colombia. It is the capital of the Valle del Cauca department and is known for its warm climate, salsa music and dance, and vibrant cultural scene. Cali has experienced issues with crime, including street crime, theft, and gang-related violence. Areas such as downtown and some peripheral neighborhoods may have higher crime rates. Travelers are advised to remain vigilant, particularly at night, and avoid displaying valuables in public. Colombia has a historical association with the drug trade. While Cali has made significant progress in combating drug-related violence, visitors should be aware of the potential risks associated with drug trafficking and avoid involvement in any illegal activities. Number 7. Guayaquil, Ecuador. Guayaquil, Ecuador's largest city, has made significant strides in improving safety in recent years, but it still faces some challenges typical of urban centers. Most violent crime is gang-related, but tourists can be affected. The murder rate in Guayaquil is very high. You should be particularly cautious in Guayaquil city center, southern parts of the city and port areas. There's a high risk of kidnapping and violent crime in the northern regions and Guayaquil city. Areas bordering Colombia and Peru are particularly dangerous. Petty crimes such as pickpocketing and theft can occur, particularly in crowded markets and public transportation hubs. If, despite our advice, you're traveling to these areas, seek professional security advice. Be alert to possible threats. Fortaleza, Brazil ranks 6th on the list with 83.48 homicides per 100,000 population. This ranking is based on the number of homicides per 100,000 people in Fortaleza. Fortaleza is a city located in northeastern Brazil, and like any urban area, it has its own set of safety considerations for visitors. Fortaleza, like many large cities in Brazil, has areas with higher crime rates, particularly in certain neighborhoods. Tourists should be cautious, especially in crowded areas, beaches, and public transportation hubs, as petty crimes such as pickpocketing and theft can occur. It's advisable to avoid displaying valuables openly and to be vigilant, particularly at night. Number 5, Recife, has been called the Venice of Brazil because the city is crossed by waterways and its component parts are linked by numerous bridges. Brazil's homicide rate is one of the highest in the world, with 19.7 homicides per 100,000 people reported in 2020, ranking it 9th in the list of countries with the highest homicide rates. Recife has been known to have a high crime rate, including after-dark activities. While it can offer a vibrant nightlife, it is generally recommended not to walk alone at night. It is safer to take a taxi or Uber. Crime can range from petty such as pickpocketing to more serious crime. Some of the neighborhoods that are considered more dangerous include Ilha Joana Bezerra, Cordero, and Boa Vista. Recife is a city with vibrant cultural and historical scenes. However, it does have a high crime rate and incidents of theft, robbery, and occasional violence are not uncommon. Women, specifically, may face the issue of catcalling. Number 4, Rosario, Argentina. Rosario is Argentina's third largest city, with a population of 1.3 million, and situated on the Paraná River. It has become a hotspot for the movement of drugs from Bolivia, Brazil, and Paraguay headed to Europe and Asia. Rosario is the largest city in the province of Santa Fe, Argentina, and it is known for its cultural heritage, vibrant art scene, and economic significance as an industrial and port city. Parts of Rosario were turned into something of a ghost town recently after 4 drug-related murders scared residents and shut down activity. In recent years, homicides in Rosario have skyrocketed as a product of organized crime and the drug trade. Rosario has gained notoriety for its crime rates, particularly concerning drug trafficking, organized crime, and violent crime such as robbery and assault. The city has experienced periodic spikes in violence, often attributed to conflicts between criminal groups. No taxis were running, nor buses, while many schools were shut in Argentina's third-largest city. Waste collection services were not running, petrol stations were closed and healthcare providers shut their doors. Number 3, Salvador, the capital city of Bahia in northeastern Brazil, has historically faced challenges with crime, as is the case with many urban areas in Brazil. Salvador has experienced high rates of violent crime in the past, including homicides, assaults, and robberies. However, efforts have been made by local authorities to improve security in recent years, leading to a decrease in crime rates in some areas. Taxis and rideshare services are generally safe and reliable in Salvador, but it's advisable to use official services and avoid hailing taxis from the street, especially at night. In 2022, 9 out of 10 cities with the highest homicide rates were located in the northeast of Brazil. Mossoró led the ranking of the most violent city in Brazil, with a murder rate of 63.21 per 100,000 inhabitants. It was followed by Salvador, with a homicide rate of more than 56 per 100,000 inhabitants. Number 2. Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro has experienced high rates of violent crime, including homicides, assaults, and robberies, often related to drug trafficking and organized crime. The security situation in many favelas is unpredictable. Visiting a favela can be dangerous. Avoid all favelas, including favela tours marketed to tourists and any accommodation, restaurants or bars advertised as being within a favela. Popular tourist areas in Rio, such as Copacabana, Ipanema, and the Christ the Redeemer statue, are generally safe during the day when crowded with visitors. However, caution is advised at night, particularly in less populated areas where petty crime like theft and robbery can occur. Generally, exercise a high degree of caution in Brazil due to the threat of violent crime. And number 1 is Caracas, is the capital and largest city of Venezuela. Caracas has unfortunately gained a reputation for high levels of crime, including violent crime such as armed robbery, carjacking, and kidnapping. Criminal activity is often linked to economic hardship, drug trafficking, and political instability. Areas with higher crime rates include certain neighborhoods and districts, particularly those on the outskirts of the city. Crime in Venezuela is widespread, with violent crimes such as murder and kidnapping increasing for several years. Venezuela has experienced ongoing political tensions and protests in recent years, which have occasionally turned violent. Visitors should stay informed about current events and avoid participating in or being in the vicinity of demonstrations and large gatherings. The economic crisis in Venezuela has led to shortages of basic goods and services, hyperinflation, and a decline in living standards for many residents. This situation has contributed to social unrest and increased crime rates in some areas. I hope you enjoy this episode. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback.